guys, so we're back. Still playing Everlasting Summer. There. Okay, cool. Sam said a little farther up. You can see my shirt clearly. Is this cool? No, I think it's better. You can see my shirt. Also, we're pink because it's pink. That's pink, guys. So we're continuing on. Just a little bit. The camp ended, and we didn't get on our bus to go back to wherever our host is and listen to stairs. So now we're on this weird bus. So let's see. Various feelings upon inside me. On one hand, I was glad beyond measure to get to Silva as well. On the other, I was guilt-stricken by the unfinished conversation. Sorry I acted so. You expected something different. I expected nothing of you. She replied coolly. I just wanted you to understand. And concerning our relationship, I like you. Really. I'm glad to hear that. But her voice didn't sound so glad. I said it honestly. You see, I don't know what will happen next, but here and now, I guess last night you liked me even more. No, you misunderstood. Should we do it again while the driver can't see us? Calm down for a second, okay? I didn't even think about it. What's the matter? I want it, and I don't care. It's the only thing I'm good for. You want it, and... Alyssa, wait. Okay, I want to sleep. She reclined her seat and closed her eyes. Wait a sec. I'm sleepy. Let's talk. Let's talk, baby. I didn't object. After all, it's good to see console for your pillow. Besides, Alyssa needs some time to calm down. Although, of course, I was depressed to explain everything to her in a way she'd understand. But I helped her. Still, I was sick at heart. We were alone on the bus. Outside dark shadows passed by. Sometimes it was possible to see a discerning tree, a river, or the pylons of a power transmission line. But the landscape seemed no different from one in the camp. Maybe the world... In case... shouldn't be there. Maybe the world is a circle and we're just moving around it. Anyways, the surroundings were least of my concern now. I started at the floor, thought about tomorrow. What will happen? This city, this planet, this time, all are strange to me. And further to talk with Alyssa, who was totally disappointed with me. I have to get my other head. I'm not feeling the greatest, so I apologize. The process of waiting happens to be more tiresome as a result. And finally, things bound to happen don't look so important or fearsome. All your strength is up there, just tiredness and emptiness in your soul. The bus was driving into the unknown. I couldn't resist and fell asleep. Day... what? That's odd. It seems I'm getting old. The day was over, and the hangover should have been long gone, but I feel sick and dizzy. Despite how hard I tried, I was unable to open my eyes. I just rolled over. Wondered what awaits me in the district center. How am I to live? Maybe it's not all that bad? Well, sure, I don't know where to begin, but on the other hand, the world doesn't seem hostile. I know a lot of things here. Everyone speaks Russian. So maybe nothing bad is going to happen? Suddenly I felt very sick. Like right now. I'm not joking, I'm not gonna be consumed. Damn, I thought it was gone by yesterday evening. I managed to reach the toilet, moving instinctively. I had some time. When my dirty business was done, I returned to the room. And then I realized I'm back in my old flat. However, it's not so old. It seems as nothing changed during the week of my absence. The dust layers hadn't even become thicker. The keyboard position, the moderate incline, that stain from the cup of tea on the table stuck my eyes. Theoretically, a man in my condition shouldn't notice such detail. But the entire room drew my attention at the most minor details. It was twinkling with different colors. The socks were thrown around exactly the same manner as they had before. The blanket sat rumpled on an unmade bed as it has before. The dirty window showed the same view as she like I cracked. In vain, I tried to become terrified, or at least scared. Maybe in a shocking effect, post-traumatic stress disorder or something like that. After all, several hours ago, I wasn't even thinking of returning to the real world. The Pioneer Camp, the girls, Alyssa, the mythetical district center where I would have arrived. If I hadn't woken up in my flat, all that started to seem real. Maybe if I tasked me to show it was just a dream. My feet started racking up circles around the room. I held my hands behind my back and started to think everything over. Only thing is clear. I returned as suddenly as I arrived there, without any reason or logic. Maybe there was some sort of explanation, but it's beyond my or human comprehension. Whether it was a trick by interstellar forces or supreme mind or government experience, I believe the last one to be the least likely. They left us no clues. I was unable to find answers in the camp. It would be foolish to expect things to go here. It's like searching for evidence in a house that's been burned to ashes. Even if a crime was committed, all the evidence was destroyed by fire. Maybe if I had the skills and equipment of criminology, I could find something, but the memories of the weeks spent in the camp are all I got. But it wasn't a dream. I know for sure. My hangover was absolutely real. My feelings, my emotions are genuine. But not just the stuff of dreams. Therefore, I've been there. I spent a week in Silver Pioneer Camp with my camp leader and the pioneers with Alyssa. Memories are permanently silent. It would have been great to do that. Wait a minute. What's wrong with me? Shouldn't I be glad I returned to the real world? Or shouldn't I? For now, I could just evaluate my situation easily. I couldn't understand whether I wanted to stay here or enjoy my long-awaited return. I noticed 5 ruble coins on the table. I took it and began to toss it up without any purpose, counting the number of heads and tails. A long time ago, maybe even in school, I heard the infinite number of coins tossed to parties are not equal to 50% each. Maybe that's because the coin doesn't have a perfect shape or weight, or because some sort of other reason. However, for some of that time, I counted 70 heads and 70 tails. So the theory of relativity lives. But I'm not the man to judge it. I don't know much about it. I recall my childhood when I had heard the word tails for the first time. For some reason, it always made me think of squirrels. Maybe there's some logic in this. The squirrel does indeed have a tail. Now this theory seems strange to me, but at the same time I couldn't find any conclusive evidence to disprove it. Conclusively. So does it mean that squirrels come out more frequently than heads? But one must consider that a squirrel has a head on as well, so I yanked out my hair, sighed, exhausted. Now there's no time to think for such reflection. On the other hand, what is now right time for? What can I do? What is under my control? If I hadn't bothered trying to find answers during there would have been a point of thinking now. Maybe I should try to go back to my ordinary life. Where's ordinary life? Painful. Why did I choose that specific word? I could have said past, former, or something else. I guess because it's what I was used to. It's an obvious answer. As they say, what you get used to becomes second nature to you. Instantly, all of Leslie's events floated before my eyes. Did I really want to stay there so badly? Was just 1 week enough for me to sit alone and keep thinking at me all the time? Luna's pranks joking around, or was this cheese and mockery? I had no answer to that question, but obviously I had already missed it. Although I'm not sure I'll ever return. Obviously, I can't tell where the force that brought me here brought me there might want to change something. And again. And again. It's possible. But for now I have what I have. An adventure that I'll remember for the rest of my life. Damn, how could many people get that experience, something like that? Even books, even dreams, or such things are unthinkable. The main thing is that it was Dr. Proto's evil island with some Soviet pioneer camp with normal pioneers. And the coincidence was overlaid by astonishing origins of my arrival there. Anyways, it wasn't the worst experience of my life. Perhaps it was one of my best. Obviously, it's sad that everything just ended halfway through, but every story has an end. It's good that it ended that way. Who knows what else could have happened? Time passed, the events that took place seem more like a fascinating novel I once read. No, I have not forgotten them. I could recall them in the finest detail. Remember how a child I used to lie under a blanket with a flashlight and read fascinating books about space, flight, until dawn. Sometimes I was able to get up and go to school. The parents used to scold me. I was unable to get up and go to school. Night approaching, I would carefully turn every page trying to review minor detail of the story. That's another thing about Pioneer Camp reality. If I consider it, that now seemed like one of the book. I didn't think it was bad at all. In the end, the main thing is to remember. It's not important whether these movies take the form of slideshow, photos, video, or art. Now each bus made me feel fear and hope. I first circled around the corner road without purpose several times, and I fell asleep on the same spot. But nothing happened, not even a trace of sleep. As time went by, I stopped these idle trips. Something changed in my life, and I couldn't do it otherwise. A couple of weeks after my return from the camp, I took a guitar with mine when I was gathering dust in the corner. Striking a couple chords, I remember the song, for her image was from it. At first I didn't work out very well. Maybe I just had no talent for music. I started to teach yourself books and watch video lessons. On the other hand, all the effort wasn't burdened anymore. I just played the chord and polished my skill. As with any kind of activity, including music, practice makes perfect. About half a year I realized that I achieved some results. At least now I could smoothly play parts of my favorite songs. Satisfied with the progress, I put a couple of advertisements on music boards intended to form my own band. I still had no idea what kind of music I wanted to play. My talents varied from something really heavy to anime subjects. At first it seemed impossible. I would have to communicate with strangers. What if they were just too different? And anyways, how do I explain to others what music I want to make? But it all worked out much easier. The subject kind of turned out to be not so frightening, and our tastes were mostly the same. After all, we shared the same goals, so issues stemming from this lack of understanding would be resolved. And soon we had a band. Suddenly, I discovered my talent as a composer. I had spent my entire days and nights on the note editor and scripter. I started composing okay-ish things, at least in the opinion of other band members and pals that showed up to my songs. Quite soon, when we gave our first concert, the D-list club band, significantly more spontaneous in my bedroom. 3.5 viewers weren't exactly sober. I was hellish anxious and the sound equipment was malfunctioning. But all of it didn't bother me because I was happy, since it was just the first step to success. However, it was a long time before we were invited again. With great difficulty, we managed to record 3 tracks and put them on the internet. The reviews were far from ecstatic, but we didn't bother much. Considered our music just leisure activity or relaxation, but for me it was serious. After all, it was me who funded the band and all the music was mine as well. I felt the personal responsibility for the state of my creation. Every spare moment I spent improving the first piece. After a year, I could already definitively say I was the worst guitarist in the world. Hey! Then some sort of popularity came. We were given concerts almost all week and finally getting paid. It wasn't important that it was just 500 rupees per band. The fact that our work was in demand and someone was ready to pay for it, even though we were usually warming up other bands, wasn't there. I was just sitting before a monitor, tuning the guitar. The day of an upcoming concert was thickly circled on my computer desktop again. The very thought of it gave me goosebumps. It will be the first time we'll be headliners, and we'll have an album presentation as well. I wonder how many discs will be sold. Of course, CD era is over, but there's still some who appreciate it, and maybe some will buy it just to support the band. I looked at the date once more. It was exactly 1 year since their return to Seoul. My smile reflected the dark and blue screen. I wonder whether Alyssa would like the music or if she would take this full existence. Well, I don't think so. She preferred silly rock classics, but who knows? I played a couple of complicated guitar parts and concluded with feeling of satisfaction that my sound on my guitar surpassed by far that of Soviet Goro guitars, and my skills had overcome that of guitarists in the same era. I wonder whether I would have achieved this without those fantastic events. Likely. Nothing strange about that. Lots of people rethink their life after stepping close to the edge. Sure, nothing dangerous happened back then, but that's really shocking because it's a good substitute for Cricket Digger. I rehearsed my part once more, put the guitar into the case, and packed it all my stuff and headed to the exit. It was cold outside, just like that day. I slowly approached the bus stop for 10. Such a coincidence, I'm going to the club on this very same bus. With a sinking heart, I counted down the seconds. Soon the bus arrived. I hurriedly opened the doors and few passengers. It was winter again, just like back then. Cars flashed by outside with headlights, lay in the city as I got ready to sleep. The closer we got to downtown, the more people were there in the streets. Some of them were chanting really, some were really making fun of cheek windows, some were hurrying, some were paying no attention to anything. That day, I had no wish to return to that camp. Another time maybe, but not today. I must play the concert and the rest can come ahead. I had clear aim and nothing else mattered. The club was considered bigger than the one we played in the first concert, but was at the moment it was empty. Soundcheck was going on. I couldn't hear the drums through the monitor loudspeakers, which I desperately tried to tell the sound guy about. Sound tuned, gadgets installed, set list prepared, ready to rock. But it was a special day. We're not doing warm up. Other guys were doing warm ups before our concert. Thus, our entrance is last. I listened to the first band, noted that they have a lot of improving to do. On the other hand, we were no better not so long ago. As time got closer to the start of the performance, my tension grew enormous. Come on, I was literally shaking with anxiety. I decided not to listen to the other bands and I wait calmly in the dressing room. Judging by their expressions, my mates were in the same mood. We were silent. Actually, we had nothing to talk about. Our parts were learned or perfected a long time ago. Our nervousness could hinder us, but we already had some experience, so everything would be fine. I at least confronted myself with these thoughts. Now finally, time to go. I don't remember how we entered the station through the audience. My condolences turned when the first chords of our song came from the speakers. While sitting in the makeup room, I desperately tried to remember my forget how they ran. Why didn't I still say those? When I played all these parts at home, during rehearsals, I never thought about everything seemed no matter of course. But now, when I stood in front of the last, it felt a little different. Somewhere in my mind, there was a thought that soon my finger was to the hand. Thank goodness, my finger was quickly played. Our performance was near the end. It was now time for a difficult solo after so long. By the point my nervousness had been finally, our performance was over. The concert hall first was applause. I smiled Now luckily, at least I thought so. Crowd several times. He shouted encore to us, even though then shouted that we were glad to play something else, but we were out of suck as we were simply for a game. Your field prevailed in the dressing room as we congratulated and hugged each other. The sounds of opening champagne bottles echoed in the halls. All of our discos were sold, which made me even happier. Finally, I managed to become something too. It's impossible to predict the future of our band, or the whole affair with music. But one thing was clear. I had finally found something I am interested in and can dedicate my entire life to. As well as that, I could see that I am able to make other people happy too. It was probably now I'm the happiest on the earth. At least it was surely the best moment of my life. The club is empty, some instruments are packed, and now I'm waiting for the others so we can go home. I glanced at the stage where I'd been standing just a few hours ago. Once again, joy, pleasure, and excitement gripped me. This wouldn't be the last time I appear on stage for sure. Or maybe even grander stage like concert halls and Olympic stadiums are my future, who knows? Anything is possible. After saying goodbye to my mates, I ran to the bus stop and luckily caught the 410 bus. Nobody was inside. I took a seat behind the driver. Just like back then, some familiar tune could be heard on the radio. Maybe one day my song will also be played on the radio. In some way, these trips were similar to the events that took place a year ago. I mean, the moment everything was expected to achieve, by means of hard work and planned results, was fulfilled. But I'm returning as another man. A man who has changed his life. Every story has a beginning and an end. Every story has its own outline, synopsis, contents, key points, prologue, and epilogue. And there is no book for which you could read again that would not reveal new details you didn't notice before. Every story has a beginning and its end. Almost every. Okay, guys. Well, that is it. That took an interesting turn. I'm not gonna lie. Never figured out anything, and awesome. Yeah. I don't even know what to say to that. Awesome game. That was a long game. Wow. Well, let's see. 16 episodes. Oh my gosh! Like, if you want to see anything, like I obviously missed. Like, I didn't do everything. I don't know what ending I got. I know there's multiple endings to the game. I don't know what I got. I guess it might be a Fleming City on the side. So yeah, fun game, interesting. A lot of reading. Sorry for my voices. And if I made anybody laugh, I know. I'm right back to the beginning. Freaking out. It's good. Cool. So I won't be playing this. I won't do any other ones for the other endings. I just like doing that on my channel. Just because I like to keep things alive. If you guys want to check out the other endings, check out the game itself, man. This game is something else. It's free on Steam. Like, what other really cool? This is a cool game. If you loved it, cool. If you hated it, you sucked me. It didn't suck me at it. Sorry. I sucked it. Two of these are sucked at it. I don't know though. So yeah, I liked it. If you don't like my voices, I don't try. I just try to make it entertaining for you guys. You'll laugh at me. Cool. People at work give me a hard time to watch these, and they're like, "Oh my god, your voices are like so terrible. I'm like, thanks. Like, thanks for making me feel awful. I know they're joking, but here you go. But yeah, I have people over to like, oh, yeah, like, totally watching, so. You know, thank you guys so much. Like I said, I really appreciate this. I really appreciate the love. I really appreciate people supporting me. That's you, the followers, the people that watch. The fun I have. I hope you guys do the fun I have. Like, I do it because I love it. It's fun. It's entertaining. I love playing games. If I wasn't doing this, I'd still be playing games talking. And like talking to myself. So that's one reason I got a little bit of content. I hope you guys liked a little bit of my history. If you guys like my history, you know that I could definitely get more encourage you into stuff. We were talking about certain things like we were talking about the dance, talking about prom, my high schools, and just that, and life in general, and losing it a couple times a day because it's so ridiculous. Other than that, guys, I will see you later. I love you all. I don't tell you that enough. You know, I love the people around you. I love the people that appreciate you. Give everyone a hug. I can't say that enough. There's so much hate. I do this because I love it. I hope you're watching because you love it. If I could, I'd do all of it, but just, I'm not saying, well, it's gonna get better. We're gonna get through this. That's what we're here for. Like, really enjoy. Just for 30 minutes in a video. You know, even 5 minutes. You watch 5 minutes of me to watch me just, you go, alright, you melt down. So just watch 5 minutes of me melt you down. Just, you know, I'm glad I could do that. Other than that, guys, if you can, I don't always say this because I don't want to force you to what you want. Hit that follow button. That, I just appreciate that so much. It's unbelievable how much, you know, even when you like Twitch, you know, Twitch is someone takes the time, like 30 seconds, like, oh, you're cool, okay, click. Like, click and oh, you're cool 5 minutes, I can't watch you right now, click it. You would be appreciated me enough to hit that button. And that is just the love and appreciation. So yeah, please hit that button down there. If you want to follow my antics, that's what antics are first. Follow me, antics crazy. I think there's a lot of contests. If you want to try out stuff, follow me. Like any content I know, like it's fun out there. If it's Facebook, all these other guys. If you want to contest, I know you try to find out what's going on. And it's always in my Twitter. Twitter's down there. Twitch down there. If you want to watch me on Twitch, I have Twitch all the time.